Fixing the shoes. Fixing the shoes. Oh, hey guys. My name is Jim Joyce. And you happen to catch me just tearing apart a boot to do some work? But the real question is, why are you watching me when you can be watching Team New Scott Adventures on newscott.com?
I'm here with the wild one, Casey Williams, and
oh yeah, Dingwall #1 in front of 300 people, yeah.
that's with the cup.
This is Narcissus Saint's cup of coffee in the big time. Ooh! Narcissus Saint, I'm coming for you because you can't touch the momentum of the wild one. Yeah, brother, because I'm the cream of the crop. Dig it! Ooh!
And there you have it.
Steen has the greatest quotes of all time. Now this was 2006. Steen had been wrestling for about 5 years at this point, 6 years, but only really on a full-time basis when he went out and did the Death Tour and when he toured with Real Action for a summer, right? Yep. He had a few matches under his belt, but nothing crazy, right? So we're at Gary's training school and they're talking about the differences between calling a match on the fly and planning everything out ahead of time.
Yep.
Blinkenstein says, and I quote, "There's only 2 guys in the country that can call a match on the fly. Myself," speaking Steen, "and Eddie Watts." We're the only, we never let Steen live that down, and we never will. They were the, I mean, he's including everybody in the country. Like current company included was Gary Williams, right?
Was he just being funny though?
No, he was dead serious.
What year is this?
2006?
Oh, that's when he said it.
Yeah, that's what he said it. Him and Eddie Watts were the only 2 guys that could call a match on the fly in the country. You have guys like, I'm just going to throw top names there, like Bobby Roode, that can't call, Chi-Chi Cruz, that can't call a match on the fly. Joey, yeah.
Fucking hell, Steve.
Steen, do you still think that I'm talking directly to you, that you are one of, Eddie Watts doesn't wrestle anymore, so does that mean you're the only guy in the country, Team New Scott, only guy in the country that can call a match on the fly? Leave a comment below, Steve, if you still think you're that guy. What do you think, Kobe? Is he the only guy?
Oh, 100%. Yeah.
Spades?
Yeah, plus, Monster Trucks is a real motorsport.
Devin? Is Steen the only voice?
Oh, for sure.
There's a reason that you're so over in the States.
Steen?
You called the whole Battle Royal on the fly.
My favorite match of yours is the one with Sarah as well, the same one you're talking about. Right. But also, if there's a 1 and 1A, it would be the match you had at the Copper Penny with Seaman White.
I was just going to say, I've seen him at the Copper Penny.
Pull the truck over.
I've been to a couple shows at the Copper Penny.
You're about to get a second camera smash.
God damn it.
Copper Penny was a great spot for
the tripod.
Hide the tripod. You should get that on a t-shirt. Hide the tripod.
Tripod Kevin Chinnick.
Hide your tripods. I'm around.
Just coming out pretending like he's got a huge dick.
Buddy, he picked up the fucking steel toolbox we used for the ring and smashed it on the back of my fucking
It was like a 100-pound toolbox. It wasn't an
as
empty
much
toolbox.
as you did at that point.
Yeah, probably more.
Oh my god.
Buddy, he fucking whacked that fucking thing over my fucking head.
And
Goes to pile drive you on the fucking table, you back body drop. I'm just pissing myself. Oh, that match.
I was drunk and he was high as fucking
That's
pills.
almost as good as your coffin match.
with Damien Dredd.
Against Damien Dredd. Oh.
I told him 6 times, it's time to go home.
Yeah.
No, I want you to throw me in those chairs.
October 2002, in case you're wondering.
Brother, it was time to go home on entrances. I remember, I watched that match back, and there's like 8 people in the crowd that I know who went to matches with like NWA back in Cape Breton, and they're all wearing visors, and I'm like, yeah, that's 2001, dudes in visors, just hanging out.
Jamie and Spades. We're coming up with names for his cat. And go.
Sebastian.
You should name it that.
Yeah?
No, Cacaw.
Oh, Cacaw. Oh, I should name it Cacaw. Gaston. Thor.
I like Thor.
Loki.
Odin.
Mufasa. Bowser. Trigger, which I really like. Taco. Nacho. And Roscoe. All ending in O's for some reason. It's weird.
Terrible.
Terrible.
Like all those names.
So JP, what's up? If you could go back and witness any moment in professional wrestling history, not of yours, but like in general, of anything, what moment would you choose to be there in person to see?
Shawn Michaels defeat Bret Hart in a 60-minute Iron Man match at WrestleMania 12.
That's a good answer.
Yeah.
Dave Boyce.
Well, sir.
Same question.
Anything to do with Hogan, of course, but
What Hogan memory? Hogan's got a lot of moments.
well, definitely slamming Andre. But I was super young.
Yeah. You can go back now and I can see it in person.
I used to, personally, him and The Rock, when they switched,
WrestleMania 18.
yeah, with mid-match or whatever, when the fans turned on The Rock and cheered Hogan, who was heel. Awesome.
You weren't young in 87. I was born in 87.
All right, another question for JP. If you could go back and see watch any moment of yours, what moment would you choose? How long have you been wrestling? 12 years?
12 years.
12 years?
Yeah. 12 years.
You done a little bit over the years?
Yeah.
What moment would you choose? You've worked with a lot of ex-WWE guys, TNA guys, any one of those or something else?
Yeah, I'd probably have to go back and go with the match I had with AJ Styles.
Yeah? Fair enough.
Yeah, that was
My first main event ever.
Yeah.
That's right. Met my homeboy, my dog, on that show, and the rest was history since then.
I always liked the match you had, I guess it was the second match you had with Christopher Daniels?
Yeah, you were the referee in that match.
Yeah. I thought that match was a lot of fun.
That was a lot of fun.
The second time you worked with him?
That was the second time, yeah. We worked 10 months earlier, and that's when I had left Russell Center and all that bullshit. And I'd come back on the show with Samoa Joe, and then done the show with Greaser after that, and then they told me like a month in advance on the DL that I'd be taking the strap from him that night. That's why they'd advertised me and Max Power that same show. Right. So it was cool. I got to do double duty, and yeah, working with Daniels the second time, it was a lot of fun because it was so much different than the first match that we had. Like in every single way, like the whole style of the match. We had like a babyface versus heel match like the first time. Yep. And the second time was a lot different. They kind of turned. If you watched, well, you would know. You were in the match, but they had Daniels working as the heel and me as the babyface, and then during the match, kind of what we were talking about earlier, I'd kind of switched into the heel role, and then Daniel started hitting comebacks on me. Yeah. So it was kind of cool, like that they had how they did that, and yeah, that match was a lot of fun. That was a lot of fun, and Petey Williams as well.
If I'm not mistaken, I look at the posters, I look at all this crap around here, and they dare to call this real action wrestling. Well, let me tell you something. I wrestled for real action wrestling from day one right to the end, and this is a mockery of real action wrestling. For Christ's sake! So someone has the balls to come up here and call this real action wrestling. And I'm going to start off by saying tonight, Wrestling. I am the only thing in this building that is real action wrestling. So when I step through those ropes, you're watching real action wrestling. When I'm not in here, this is garbage. So, without further ado, I brought myself, my lovely entourage, the one who makes sure that I don't get jumped from behind. And yes, from the Trailer Park Boys, Sarah Dunsworth. You don't see a superstar like myself every day, and you certainly don't see a superstar like her in front of your face. You should have paid $50 to get in this place. Sarah, you tell what you think of these people.
Gary, when you told me to come out here tonight and do some real action wrestling, I thought there was going to be some kind of crowd. I mean, the only thing more pathetic than this crowd is the losers in the changing room. In fact, I think I could kick all their asses myself. So, can you call this a crowd?
30. There's 30 people here. There's probably more people watching behind the fence when you're taking Trailer Park. I'd rather watch Gary Fields wrestle! Anyways, I am not going to grace you guys with my beautiful presence any longer. I'll be back at the end of the night defending my Real Action Wrestling heavyweight title.
Got commercial-free Sexton Phoenix, the Patriot, American Patriot. Did I forget any?
Concussion
okay,
dealer.
The new gimmick, the concussion dealer, Troy Merrick.
That's me.
What's going on, buddy?
Just driving.
How?
What does it look like, you fucking idiot?
Wow, we're already going there. So,
wow, that's really fucking hilarious. I mean, mainly
so
hilarious.
you finally made it in the wrestling business after 13 years. You're appearing on a New Scott road trip.
I also got my fucking New Scott T-shirt, brother.
What are your thoughts?
I'm stoked, man. 18-year-old Troy would be ecstatic. But he'd be like, what took so long?
31-year-old Troy?
31-year-old. I'm good, man. I'm just a lot grayer. A lot more gray. A lot more sore. It's all good, though. Still the same passion for wrestling.
Awesome. So we're going, it's about 3 hours to Yarmouth. We'll get there just in time. Hopefully. How does that make you feel?
It's fine.
Yeah?
I'm alright with that, man.
Does it make you nervous?
No, I've had this happen a lot. Like, not like as a result of my own accord, but like I've done a lot of like do one show, fucking close on over your gear in the vehicle, drive to a next show, out of the car, straight to the ring.
That was overseas, right?
Yeah.
Oh, you did one here too in the same day, right?
I did, yeah.
Your opener in Maine or something?
Main event, brother.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I worked in Brookfield for Joe Dunlop. Yeah, I did the first match, and this is back when I smoked cigarettes, so I was real nervous. So I was like fucking driving to the second show, like just fucking hauling on darts the whole time, just hoping I'd make it. And I made it just in time. And then we went out and it was Saint and I against Ryan Heath and Dick Durnick, so I'm sure you can imagine how that match went.
What was the exact date of that match?
May 1st, 2010.
He's Rain Man of Maritime Wrestling and probably wrestling in general.
A lot of things, man. It hurts my head. I wish I wasn't.
If you could go back and witness any event in professional wrestling history in person, what event would you choose? Like what moment? It doesn't have to be an event. What moment would you choose?
It's hard, right?
Yeah. I think you picked WrestleMania. I think you picked WrestleMania 17, right?
That's a good one.
Yeah.
Oh fuck, that's a really good one.
See, is it?
That's probably like the best like overall WrestleMania ever.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. Fuck. See, like I saw
What moments came to mind?
WrestleMania 10, Brett and Owen. That was fucking so fucking sick. Shawn Michaels and Brett at WrestleMania 12, because like Michaels is like my all-time favorite. Him and Angle. Oh man, fuck. No, you know what though, man? Like,
it's hard.
It's definitely hard.
yeah, you know what though? I'd say honestly, if I had to pick one moment, like I'd pick Brett and Owen at WrestleMania 10 at Madison Square Garden.
Why that one? Just for that one match?
Man, yeah, absolutely. The match was so good, and it'd be cool to see.
It's one of my all-time favorites.
It'd be cool to see Brett like win the title at the end too in person.
Yeah.
I did see WrestleMania 20 there live in person.
You saw Benoit win the title.
I did. Who? No, man, fuck yeah. That's definitely it. That'd be the choice. What a great match.
Nice.
Shaped so many people, man.
It's been a while since I've been behind the camera on New Scott road trip. In the car today, we've just crossed into Calais, Maine. We have
It's the car's first road trip.
It's the car's first road trip, and it's New Scott's birthday.
That's right. 22.
22. In the car today, we of course, obviously, New Scott. Then in the back, I can turn this thing around, can't I? Okay. In the back, we have the sweet, lovely, beautiful Sarah. And on that side, oh, we have nobody. Yeah, notably missing. Missing in his absence. And then, hey guys, we got me, Scott. Scott's sitting here. We're on our way to Pennsylvania. It's beautiful.
There's a nice American home.
American home. Typical shack. And we're trying to find the. Oh yeah, there we go. Welcome to Maine. Zoom in on that. Welcome to Maine, everybody. The way life should be. Where is it? I can't find the sign. Oh, I get it anyway. We're in the beautiful Maine. We're for about. It's probably about a 5-hour drive. So if anything interesting comes up, newscott.com watchers will be the first to know. Otherwise, it's just the airline highway to hit the Interstate 95. Well, I said something interesting, and that was about 4 seconds after I put the camera away. This,
There we go.
there's something interesting.
Is he on a bicycle?
I don't know.
I see wheels on the bottom of this thing.
That'd be fun.
Him being on this video is gonna make him famous.
It's shaking really bad.
Yeah. Okay, we've made it now to Bangor, and the time is 8:45 local. We're looking for the I-95. We think we're on the right way, but we're gonna find a gas.
No, I think we're on the right way. Kidding.
Sarah says, I think we're on the right way. I think we're going the right way. But we're gonna find a gas station up here and see what's on the queue.
You're watching New Scott Video.